This is Curtis, and I want to welcome you guys to my new podcast type show, Downward Spiral. What I'm going to do on this show is I'm going to talk about all the things that I'm interested in talking about, and kind of share a little bit of the stuff that I usually don't have anyone to share it with. Recently, I've went through a lot of trying changes in my life, and I'm trying to get back to some semblance of normalcy with myself. And I want to talk a little bit about, developing yourself. Maybe get into some stuff about personas and how to try to ever pursue your best life. Find something worth living for. Sometimes, even in trying to do that, you can lose sight of what's actually important to you. I know I've done it. This life is not something to be taken for granted. You're presented with a myriad of choices at any moment. Thing is, there are a lot of simpler choices, easier paths that you can take that are more secure, but they don't have the opportunity or the reward of self-expression that trying to create something that is sprung forth from the wellspring of your own mind has. And for me, it's never even been about money. It's been about doing something meaningful, having an impact. And I've struggled for a long time trying to figure out how to do that. I thought maybe I'd go to school, get that college degree, be a software engineer, change the world through software of some kind. Maybe help solve general AI, build some sentient robots. But I haven't lit that fire inside. And I've desperately been looking for it. I had it for a moment, and then it slipped out my grasp. Now, I got an outline how to do this thing, and it starts with talking to you guys, primarily. And I'm excited to share this journey with you and everything that I've learned along the way. Been at this for 34 years now, and since I was 15 years old, I was involved with studies of the fringe and the occult, application of occult practices, meditation, energy work, and the like. did a little bit of ghost hunting and paranormal investigation type stuff with my friends. It's always been the unanswered questions, the mysteries of life that have interested me the most. I want to know what's out there in the beyond, what lurks in the corners and the crevices of our minds. I want to perceive the unseen, so to speak. But I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. A lot of much needed reassessment of how I've been applying myself to everything that we've been doing. And I have not been putting my all into this. And I am changing that right now. I have gotten great direction and an equipment setup that's going to propel us into the next level of production for every show GPCC TV does. Developing skills is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Finding ways to leverage resources is incredibly important if you want to ascend hierarchy, so to speak. I've been trying to assess the playing field. What is a hierarchy that I personally want to climb? And I don't know that it's going to be a corporate ladder. It doesn't really look like it. But I think the GPCC TV crew has really got something to offer the world in our programming and our stories and the kind of advice that we can help other people that are possibly struggling with depression and feelings of exclusion and purposelessness. Maybe find a community and a direction. Personally, in my own story, I think it comes down to most of us are looking for connection with other human beings. Someone out there that understands the struggle you're going through. I think that's why so many of us get caught up searching for that perfect relationship. That if you just had one voice that knew your struggle, that could vouch for you, that you could reflect your goodness upon, and that would make the rest of the world worthwhile. Truth is, we need to feel that way about everyone. It's a revelation that I recently had. Living like the enlightened path beyond ego is to play a role, to be an archetype, to treat every woman as the woman, every man as the man. I think if it's implemented in our daily behavior, all of our social relationships would improve. One of the most important things you have to define when trying to grow and develop as a person is where you want to get to and who you want to be. Which in itself is kind of a base of ego. The idea that you can pick and choose qualities to grow into. Really, there are qualities that you're naturally adapted to. And indeed, you can grow an affinity for things with practice, like a muscle. But you'll get maximum effort from leaning into your already present strengths. This is what I've been lacking lately, is leaning into my strengths. I've been kind of floating along with everyone else's. But now, I'm getting a grip on things within my domain. And I'm going to bring that power to the team. And I'm really excited about it. The most important part of any of it is that you take action towards your goals. You have to define goals and take action towards them. If you procrastinate, you'll never get anywhere. And the pain of having a long list of shit to do is nowhere near as bad as the pain of missing deadlines, of letting yourself and everyone that depends on you down. It's not acceptable. Well, I'm going to leave you with one final thought. There's something to be learned from every situation.